So students, in just previous video we discussed about gravitation, that is gravitational force, and also Newton's universal law of gravitation, which we learned that which is pure attractive in nature. And through this law, the motion of planets around the sun or around any stars can be easily and vividly explained. Okay, and this act about to point mass, isn't it, and which acts along a straight line. And in case of extended bodies, we may assume all the masses, if the size is negligible in comparison to their distances, it is applicable in case of heavenly bodies, but insignificant about ordinary bodies, because in case of heavenly bodies, since the distance is much greater, so in that case we may assume as a point mass, because in that case we can consider their masses is generally concentrated, okay, centered at their center. So now in this video we will discuss about the gravity, the gravitation. Inside gravitation, the word gravity is also there. So what is gravity? Now in our daily life we all know that whenever we throw anything against in the upward direction against the surface of the earth, or we release anything, automatically it generally falls down, isn't it, without going flying off away. So what is due to? It is also due to gravitational force. Okay, now each and everything generally falls down towards the earth because of the heavy mass of earth, because of immense mass of the earth. It pulls each and everything towards itself. Okay, so this is obviously one kind of force of attraction. So this is also one kind of gravitational force. Since gravitational force, we have learned, it is the force of attraction between two bodies. If the body of huge mass, if we take a negligible mass, the body having huge mass, it will attract the body of loose mass towards itself, which exactly happens in our daily life. Whenever you throw anything or release anything, it generally directly falls towards the ground, that is towards the earth's surface, without flying away, isn't it? This is due to heavier mass of earth. So this is called gravity. It means the force of attraction due to which earth pulls each and every object towards its center. It is called gravity. And we also know it by another term, which is also called weight, isn't it? Generally, if we keep any object on our hand generally experiences an inward pull. Okay, so to hold it, we need to apply some force, isn't it? So this downward pull, because why? If we keep any object, any ball, anything, any heavy object, our hand generally experiences a downward pull, because that body is attracted by the earth. Each and every moment earth is trying to pull that object towards itself. Okay, so if we don't apply any force, it will just move in the downward direction. Okay, so to hold it, we need to apply some muscular force. So this is called gravity. Clear? Now with gravity, since one body is falling towards the earth, so obviously there will be some change, there will be some velocity. Okay, so another term is acceleration due to gravity. So since there is change in velocity, it is our daily experience of our daily life. Whenever you release any object, as soon as more it will come towards the ground, more will be its velocity. During starting, its velocity is this. Okay, as it tries to fall, as long as it will be more, it will be more, it will close to the ground, more will be its velocity. Okay, now it is not like that. The velocity is not increasing, the rate of velocity is increasing. Okay, actually what happens, this velocity is increased at a constant rate. It means if at 1 minute, if it is 3 meter, in the next it is 6 meter, again it is 9. It means after 1 second, its rate of change of velocity is 3 meter. So you may say it has an acceleration. It means its acceleration is changing at a rate 3 meter per second. So it has been seen that in case of a free falling bodies, its rate of change of velocity is taking place at the rate of 9.8 meter per second. This is called acceleration due to gravity or gravitational acceleration. So it means in case of a free fall body, the rate at which the velocity of a free falling body is increased is called acceleration due to gravity, or the acceleration with which a free falling body, the acceleration with which a free falling body is attracted towards the earth, due to its gravitational force, is called acceleration due to gravity. Now, one thing is that now we will try to find out the relationship between two G's. One capital G that we have got obtained in Newton's universal law of gravitation, which is called universal gravitational constant, and now this is small g, which is generally expressed, which is generally stands for acceleration due to gravity. Now suppose there is a planet, assume Earth, having mass capital M, clear, and having radius d, suppose d, and a body, any body is on its surface, because since we all are on the surface of the earth, so a body of mass m, ordinary body of mass small m, is situated at a distance d. It was an ordinary body of mass m is situated on the surface of the earth at a distance d, so we may consider d as radius, m is the mass of the earth. So according to Newton's universal law of gravitation, Newton's gravitation law, we know that both will exert an equal and opposite force, which is called gravitational force, which is F is equal to G capital M into small m by d square. No problem with it, we have already learned. And in case of, now from Newton's second law of motion, if we consider that G is the acceleration, G is the acceleration due to gravity of that planet, that is Earth, and if the all mass of the earth is centered at the point and m is the mass, so the force due to which the force applied on the body of mass m, and g is the acceleration due to gravity or gravitational acceleration on earth. So the force exerted, the force which the object will feel, it is equal to mg, applied force. So since both these forces are equal, so we can say this force equals to this force. So gmm d square is equal to mg. Clear? So mm cancel. So from this relation we get g is equal to capital G into d square, capital G into m by d square. Now since g and m both are constant, because mass of earth is constant, g is universal constant. So from this we can get a relation, g is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Now it clears a point. It means a lot. It means the acceleration due to gravity, is inversely proportional to square of distance. It means if distance increases, if any body situated in the distance between any point and the center of the earth decreases, means if any body very close to the center of the earth, it will attract with more force, isn't it? Its acceleration will be increased. If on the other hand, if any body is situated at a further, at a long distance, at a further distance from the center of the earth, then in that case acceleration due to gravity will reduce. So that's why the gravitational constant or acceleration due to gravity is not same, not uniform, not constant at all places, at every places of earth, because of this expression. The acceleration due to gravity at the foothill and at the top of any mountain is not the same. At the top of the mountain it is less, and at the foothill it is greater. Why? Because of the distance. Here see, any particle, any object closes, because we all know that what is gravity. Gravity is the force of attraction, isn't it? The force of attraction by which, isn't it? The force by which earth attracts anybody. So if anybody, we all know that according to Newton's gravitational law, it is inversely proportional to square of distance. If any body, is very clear concept, if any object very closest to the earth, it will attract it with a more stronger force. If it is situated at a larger distance, it will be less force. So from that, acceleration due to gravity, isn't it? So if the distance between the center of the earth, because gravity is the force of attraction on any object by the earth towards its central. So if anybody is situated at a large distance from the center of the earth, the acceleration due to gravity in that case will be less. And if the center of gravity, if the distance between that object and the center of the earth is less, then the acceleration will be more. Now, since mass varies, now this acceleration due to gravity is not same at all planets. Generally, the acceleration due to gravity It means the rate at which the acceleration due to gravity means the rate at which body falls to the surface of the planet. In Earth, it falls with a sudden speed, isn't it? That is 9.8 meter per second. Whereas in Moon, you can see 1/6. It means if we divide the acceleration due to gravity of Earth by 6, we will get the acceleration due to gravity of Moon. It means the body, isn't it, drops with a slower velocity. Very easy. Why? Because of changing, because of mass. Since mass of Moon is less than that of mass of Earth, so that's why acceleration due to gravity on mass is 1/6, isn't it? 1/6. Now if we take the example of Sun, now its gravitational acceleration will be more than that of Earth because of huge mass of Sun. Very easy. So acceleration due to gravity varies due to variation of mass, more gravitational acceleration, less mass, less acceleration. Now there is a very funny example on this. Okay, that is that if any object, it means if any object having weight, if its acceleration, okay, it means if its weight on, it means if the weight of any object, isn't it? If somebody lifts, isn't it, 6 feet, if somebody jump 6 feet on Earth, he will jump 36 feet on Earth, on Moon. Clear? In the same case, isn't it, any object having, what can I say, if the weight of any object on Earth, isn't it, is 36 kg, on Moon its weight will be only 6 kg. Clear? Since because of its less acceleration due to gravity. Clear? If weight of any object on Earth is 36, because of greater acceleration or gravitational acceleration on Moon, it will be divided 1/6. That is, if we divide 36, but it will be 6 kg only. Very less mass. Clear? Due to less force of attraction. Now the considered is that we all know that why, isn't it? Why the mass or why the acceleration due to gravity or weight, isn't it? Weight differs. Why weight, that is the acceleration due, because weight is equal to because F is equal to mg. Clearly, because why this force of attraction or acceleration due to gravity differs from Earth to Moon, because due to its mass. Okay. Now we may compare the gravity. We may assume, we may consider, okay, kiddingly or funnily, as a funny thing, that is gravity is maybe called the love of mother, because we all know that Earth is called Dharti Ma, isn't it? And if we ask who loves us more than anybody, if anybody, obviously the simple answer will be mother. Clear? So the attraction, isn't it? The force of attraction, of love of mother is unique. It is much more than that of anybody, isn't it? So Earth. So if anybody, the force of attraction on any person, the force of attraction of Earth on any person on Earth's surface, okay, it is 36. Okay, or suppose it is 36. Okay. Now if we went to Moon, it will be less. Why? Now since you all know that in terms of relation, if we gradually move from mother to aunt, isn't it? Or any other, isn't it? Bua or Kakima, Jetima, Pishima, like this. So gradually this bond of love, the bond of love will gradually loosen, isn't it? It is applicable to each and everyone. Everyone's mom love her son more than anybody. Then again, somebody's son, he loves more than anybody. Okay, so it is applicable to each and everyone. So it means as you gradually go radially in the outward direction in terms of relation from mother to aunt, isn't it? So studying law, this love, this magnitude of love generally decreases. It exactly happens when you move from Earth to Moon or any other planet, isn't it? So that's why Earth is called Dharti Ma, because love of mother, isn't it, is unique and its intensity is greater than the love of anybody. If we move from Earth to Moon, it reduces. In that case, in Moon, it's no longer mother. In that case, it turns into aunt, and the love of aunt cannot be similar to love of mother. So in these cases, you may, okay, this is a small trick, you can remember using this logic. That's why Earth is called Dharti Ma, because mother loves us more than anybody. So it's intensity, force of attraction, force of love, magnitude of love force of law of attraction is more than that of anybody. As we gradually go to any artificial planet, moon, gradually it decreases, as it happens in case of other relations from mom to aunt, gradually it decreases, isn't it? So this is gravity and acceleration due to gravity. Okay, now comes to free falling body. Free falling body means, okay, now generally it has been seen that if we release one heavy and very light object together from certain height, medically if we take a feather, isn't it, or a cotton and a coin or a very small or a ball, iron ball or anything, if we release, it's a very common fact that the heavier object will touch the ground, will reach the ground first, isn't it, more quickly, whereas the feather or the cotton, isn't it, it will, or a piece of paper will slowly will move float in the air, and then after a long time it will reach the ground delayed. Okay, Galileo did an experiment, okay, in Paris from a leaning tower with objects of different masses, okay, not like feather or any light object, okay, plastic and then helium object, then releasing from the top of that okay, leaning tower, and he exhibited that all the bodies almost reached the ground almost at the same time. Whatever be the difference in the time, it was due to the friction or the opposing force, the buoyancy of air. Okay, so through his experiment, okay, later Newton also convinced and also proved through some experiment. And the Galileo, in case of free falling bodies, he gave 3 laws which are called the laws of free falling bodies. He assumed that, okay, he also proved that if those experiments, okay, can be done in vacuum, it means in free space, then objects of different masses, even an iron ball or even a feather or any sponge or even a cotton or a piece of paper will reach the ground at the same time, and it has been experimentally proved by Newton's coin and feather test. Okay, so from this free falling body, it means a body which is free falling body in, okay, so a free falling body is just moves towards the ground. Okay, a free falling body means released and which moves towards the ground. Since, okay, previously we learned about one-dimensional motion horizontally along straight line. Since it also takes place, okay, along straight line, so we may also call it one-dimensional motion towards gravity. But if we move through any object against gravity, it is also called one-dimensional motion, since it is taking place along straight line, but it is against gravity. We cannot say free falling body. Okay, so in case of free falling body, Galileo introduced 3 laws. He proved that, okay, in case of free falling bodies, okay, all the bodies reached the ground at the same time. Okay, and during this time, the velocity acquired by the object is directly proportional to time. The distance traveled by the falling body is directly proportional to square of the distance. Okay, so from one equation, v is equal to u plus gt. Okay, downward arrow means plus g is plus when motion takes place towards the gravity. But if we throw the object against gravity, then it is minus g, which is indicated by upward arrow. And this equation can be easily understood, which is derived from the one-dimensional linear motion v is equal to u plus at. Here instead of a, we have just taken g. A was the linear acceleration, and g is acceleration due to gravity. Very easy. Again, comparing with the equation s is equal to ut plus half at square, h is equal to ut plus half gt square. Here instead of s, it is the linear distance, h is the height. It can be also considered the distance. Now again, it is towards the gravity, so plus g. If it takes place against gravity, it is minus g. Clear? Again, v square is equal to u square plus twice as. Okay, v square is equal to u square plus twice as. Using this equation, we can also find v square is equal to u square plus twice gh. Since I have told g is the vertical height instead of distance. So again, if the motion takes place against gravity, then it is u square minus 2gh in case of. So if the motion takes place towards gravity, then it is plus g, and if it is against gravity, it is minus g. Now the $1 million question is, according to gravitational law or Newton's gravitational law force, that is each and every object pulls towards itself with equal and opposite forces. So when generally fruits fall from the tree, why does it fall down towards the ground? Why doesn't it fly away? So according to Newton's gravitational law, each and every object, if each and every object pulls each other with equal and opposite forces, then why each and every object falls towards the ground? Why an apple, okay, falls down towards the earth? Why the earth doesn't, okay, move towards the apple? Very easy. Now it is due to dependence of huge masses, isn't it? Since the mass of the earth is immense, huge in comparison of the ordinary object, that is ball or apple or anything else, so acceleration of that object is immense, whereas the acceleration of the earth is very negligible. It is absolutely incomprehensible. It cannot be detected with our bare eyes. It can be proved here. Now suppose the E stands for acceleration. Now A, the acceleration of the earth is equal to force divided by its mass divided by, since F is equal to ma. Acceleration of the object is equal to force divided by mass of the object. Why forces are equal? Since according to gravitational law, according to gravitation, each and every object on this planet or universe attracting each and every object with equal and opposite forces. So the magnitude of the two forces are same. Now if we divide acceleration of the object to acceleration of the earth, you can see F by m cancelling each other, Ff. So capital M by small m. So acceleration of the object divided by acceleration of the earth is equal to mass of earth divided by mass of the object. Since mass of earth is much greater than that of the mass of the object, so here we can see the acceleration of the object. Since acceleration of the object, okay, in the numerator, and it stands for, and it gives the represent at the numerator mass of earth. So it means in this case the object experiences a greater, much greater acceleration, which is in terms of mass of the earth. So acceleration of the object is much greater than that of acceleration of the earth. It means the object will move towards the earth with an immense velocity, rate of change of velocity, whereas in comparison to this, earth will stood at rest. But in these cases, actually in ideal condition, earth moves towards the object with very infinitesimal small acceleration, which is absolutely incomprehensible, just like the value of g, that is 6.67 to the minus 11 order. Very small. It cannot be detected with bare eyes. It is absolutely negligible. Okay. It is just like, okay, to pick up one glass of water from Pacific Ocean. It doesn't make any difference in its level. It is just like that. Okay. So we can say the acceleration of the earth is much less than that of acceleration of the object. So due to this reason, each and every object moves towards the earth or runs towards the earth, but the earth doesn't. Okay. So this is about gravity and acceleration due to gravity. Very soon we will meet it next time.